You need massages, go ahead and get relief. You need massages, you need massages, you need massages.
What's going on, kings and queens? This is Sky Roy with Royal King Touch, and I'm here with one of my most favorite, amazing, grateful, powerful, passionate clients, Tom Waldinger. And I have some questions for him. So, first of all, reflecting on your initial injury, how did your body feel after the first few sessions as opposed to now?
As opposed to now.
Yeah.
I think after I had my injury, which was a lower back injury, I was having a difficult time doing almost anything. It was difficult even to sit.
Wow.
And after the first few sessions, I definitely could see, an improvement.
Yes.
I would say that I had to keep the frequency up early on,
Right.
to where I couldn't let too much time pass between sessions.
That.
But as time went on, I was able to sort of space those out more because I was doing the homework, if you will, between sessions.
Yes.
I was doing the stretching, I was continuing to move, that sort of thing. But yeah, I would say that would be the major difference.
Love it. What changes, physical, emotional, or functional, have you noticed over the course of these 4 massage packages that you've got?
I think it goes back to at the beginning. I think frequency was important.
Mm-hmm.
So, having a therapy session, and I really do feel like it's physical therapy. It's not what most people think of as massage.
Right.
I think most people think of massage as kind of like, I don't know, like dessert. It's something fun and feels good.
Right.
This was really more, and what you deliver is more therapy, as opposed to a feel-good thing.
Right.
And so early on, maybe having a session once a week, once every 2 weeks, then eventually get to once every 3 weeks, and then having a kind of a maintenance program. And then, as I say, keep moving in between sessions.
Got it.
Yeah.
How has medical massage impacted your ability to enjoy daily activities and your travel since your injury?
Well, just everything. I mean, just even sitting is more comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I was at a place where just sitting for any length of time was painful to get up and move. And so just having the ability to, be able to sit, but more important, I think, wanting to.
What stood out to you most about your experience and care you received with me with Royal King Touch?
Well, first of all, no 2 sessions have been alike. Even though there are many similarities in the techniques you use, you use more than your hands. Mm-hmm. You use your forearm, you use your elbow. Mm-hmm. You really get in there and you're able to find the pressure points, and not just the tension, I would say, but it's more the inflexibility, that needs to be loosened up and made more fluid. I think you've been able to do a masterful job at finding, those tight points throughout my body, and to really help me recognize that they're there, but also to release that sort of tightness and help me become more flexible.
Wow. I love that. Okay, well,
and you have a gift. I mean, you really do have a gift. I've never experienced anyone like you in terms of you being able to find those tension points and really address those and treat those and just help me feel completely different after the massage.
Wow. You guys hear that? I'm so grateful for your answers and just you taking the time to do this. So thank you so much for this. And this is a question I already know is to be true. But would you recommend Royal King Touch to others in your age group or in any type of similar injuries? Why or why not?
Well, I definitely would, and I have recommended several folks to you who have taken advantage of your services, and it's for all the reasons that I've mentioned. Just having a program that's really more medically oriented, more therapeutically oriented as opposed to a feel good thing. And then, you know, I just feel like anyone at any age, but particularly at, you know, when you get to be 70, that you're moving, you know, that this whole notion of a body in motion tends to stay in motion. And a body that is at rest tends to stay at rest. So it really is important to maintain that movement. And I think what you're doing helps facilitate that movement and encourages, you know, that movement after a session. So so I'm very grateful for that.
Well, thank you, Tom. I really am grateful for you. You guys hear that?